Hey everyone, it's Tom from Twinning. First off, I want to say thanks for all the viewers, subscribers, the likes, comments. Looking forward to showing you a new video tonight. We're going to take you through how to grill a prime strip steak. Really excited to go through this whole process. I'm going to take you through the prep, how you cook it all the way through, and at the end through final resting and then carving. So first things first, we got a really nice piece of prime strip. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, a little bit about 1.25 pounds. First thing you want to do when you're prepping your steak is take it out for about 20 minutes beforehand. This way it gets up to room temperature, cooks a lot cleaner, a lot more even through the whole process. I've already got my grill going. It's already being prepped. I usually preheat that to about 500 degrees. One of the things I also use in my arsenal is smoker chips. Now I do have a big barrel smoker I use for when I'm doing big smoking jobs like pork shoulder, ribs, etc. But on the gas grill, I like to use the wood chips and the pellets. Adds a ton of flavor. It's pretty easy. I know wood chips can be very intimidating, especially if you've never done like a smoker or you use the barbecue that way before. This right here is a smoker tube for pellets. Essentially the pellets themselves, they look kind of just like, it's almost like gerbil food or like animal food. But it's basically compressed wood. The easiest part about it is it's more or less set it and forget it. Preheat your grill really high heat, put your pellets in here. This can even extend longer if you want to do like a 3-hour smoke. I even use this on my grill in the winter time when I'm doing like ribs and things like that and I can't use my real charcoal smoker. To get it lit sometimes too, I'll hit it with a torch, like a blowtorch, creme brulee torch, that gets it going. But let's dig into the process with the meat. So we have this really nice steak here. Like I said, I let it sit out for about 20 minutes to get up to room temperature. Now what you want to do is usually just pat it dry with a paper towel. I'm not smashing it. I'm really just touching it lightly to get the moisture off the edging. So as we prep the steak, we don't want to over season it. We don't want to under season it either. What I usually do is I take a little bit of olive oil. You can use it on a paper towel and rub it through, or I usually use a spray spritzer sometimes too. But what I'm doing here is basically just lightly covering the outside of the steak itself. And what I'll do is I'll even spray a little bit on here or dab some on there. And then with a paper towel, I'll just wipe it. So it at least has a coating on there. It helps the dry rub stick in the process. It also helps it so it doesn't stick as much to the grill and allows it to sear in a cleaner way. So, what I've done so far here, I've got it all ready to go. As you can see, all the oil's lightly on there. And then I have a dry rub. I'm not doing too much. If I'm doing like pork shoulder, ribs, I'll do a really heavy rub. But since this is a really nice strip, I don't want to over rub it with too much spice. So we're putting this on here now, giving it just a nice coating on the outside. And then next up is we're going to throw it on the grill. If any time in the process, anything you want me to go through further on another video, definitely let me know. And I'll make sure we give you guys everything you're looking for. So I'm just finishing this guy up here. Just about done. As you can see, I didn't really have too much spice, but it was just enough to give it a really nice coat. All right, so we got the grill definitely above temperature at the right spot. It's about 600 degrees. First things first is the smoker tube. Just put it in the back here. Let that hit there for a few minutes. Yeah, one of the things I mentioned is if you have like a creme brulee torch for cooking, you can also just hit the smoker tube, start to get it going, and essentially that's going to throw the smoke out. All right, so now we're going to go put the steak in the grill. I'm going to cook it medium rare. That's usually what we like to get here, which is about 4 to 5 minutes per side, really till each side is like golden brown, like a char. But the key is temperature. I mean, the thing I use is thermometers. I never used to use them before, but once you start using a meat thermometer, you're gonna have the best meat. It's not gonna be overcooked or thick, really turning into a brick half the time. Once I started using thermometers, got a juicy steak, chicken, what you name it, every single time. But for medium rare, it's about 140 to 145. And then about 150 or so for like a medium, 150 to 55 for medium well. But key is making sure you're checking with temperature all throughout the whole process. minutes. If you look now, it's got that nice crusty char. Let's now flip it over. About another 4 to 5 minutes. Check the temperature. Definitely not ready yet. All right, so we are back. The steak came out great. What we're gonna do now is, and this is the key to anything you're grilling, is resting period. And what I mean by that is, you're gonna let the meat sit for about probably 5 minutes or so. Let it cool down. It lets all the juices really soak back in, so you're not gonna lose all that juice inside the meat and let it dry out. All right, so in 5 minutes we'll come back and we'll carve it out. All right, so the moment of truth. So like I said, first things first, preheat the grill. Let your steak sit out for about 20 minutes to get to room temperature. Use the smoker pellets if you can, because they come out really good. Next up is when you're preparing it, don't over season it, don't over oil it, enough to coat it. You don't want to ruin the natural flavor of the meat itself. And then as far as cooking goes, we like it more on the rare side, the rare to medium rare. So for that, preheat the grill to about 500 degrees and then cook it about 4.5 minutes or so per side until it's like a crusty golden brown on each side. Always check with a thermometer. I swear by using a meat thermometer. For medium rare, it's about 145. I'll usually pull it off a few degrees beforehand because it's always going to increase as well. Medium rare to well is probably around like 145 to 150, and then 150, 155 when you're starting to get in the well range too. All right, so let's see what happens. All right, so now what I did at the end, final piece I forgot was you always got to make sure that it rests. So I always tent it with foil, let it sit for about 5 minutes. So now this is like a nice beautiful steak. It's about 1.25 pounds just for context of size. So we're gonna just now carve it out. Because what do we do here on twinning? We carve it out for our homies. All right, so let's do this. All right, so we're going for a rare to medium rare steak. So let's see how this came out. It's a nice perfect pink in the middle. And as you further go in, you're gonna get a little bit more rare pieces, but it's perfect. It's really juicy. It looks like flavor-wise, I added a nice, like really nice crust to it. Carves really nicely too, very smooth. You wanna make sure in the carving process you go smooth. You don't wanna overdo it. You don't wanna really scratch up the meat, cut up the meat and the tissues. And then I'll just actually take a break here and just show you guys. So look at that. It's nice and juicy. It's nice and pink. It's got some nice flavor to it. It even pulls apart really nice. So, super tender. So what do we do here? Like I said, we carve it out for our homies. I want to thank everyone for watching. Keep tuning into our channel. Subscribe for more. Comment for more ideas of things you want to cook. Mike Littner, thanks for asking me to do this video. Hope you can cook this up for your wife. Like I said, it's super simple. And let us know, and we'll keep helping you out. All right, take care.